Today I'm scribbling in Tayasui sketches. Hi everyone, Steve Elliott here again, back in Tayasui sketches. A lot of people say to me, which do you prefer? Do you prefer Tayasui sketches or Procreate? And I've always got the same answer, and that is I love them both, and I love Paper 53 as well, and Autodesk, whatever, all the apps. I love them all, but they all do different things. And Tayasui Sketches, for me, is a brilliant sketching app because it's so simple. You can forget the interface and you can concentrate on the sketching. So that's why I like Tayasui Sketches. I've said it before, but I'm just for those people that probably don't know, this is I love to sketch as much as I love to paint and draw. And sketching it's a totally different thing to painting. So I can do a sketch in 5 or 10 minutes. This particular one I didn't have much time at all. I'd got sort of 10 minutes before I'd had to go away and do something else. But I just fancied doing a quick sketch, so I picked up my iPad, went straight into Tayasui Sketches. I would not have dreamt of picking up Procreate to do this. Just straight into Tayasui Sketches because the watercolor brushes, so easy to use. You can sort of lay some washes down really quick, and then you can pick up that pencil and change the color very easily and start sketching. So another thing is sometimes the minute I've picked up the pencil, I want to see a finished result, and particularly when I'm sketching, because I don't sketch to show people what I'm sketching. Really, I sketch for me. And although you do see lots of my sketches because I make videos of them, but it's always a really quick process, and I'm just trying to get an impression of something. I'm not worried about detail or anything like that. I just want to get something down really, really quick. And you can see that in this drawing that it is done really fast. It probably took me about, 15 minutes tops. And I'm just using that coloured pencil now. I've got the washes down and I am going hell for leather. It's just so fast. My hand can't keep up with my thoughts really, and I'm just sort of scribbling away and changing the pencil, looking for different colours for the ground. I'm sort of scribbling in the contours of the ground with different colours. This was a muddy field. It was on a walk that I went on, and I was walking up this lane called Bat Lane, and there was an entrance into a field, and it was all mud with a few puddles in there. And I thought that would make a nice sketch, really. I didn't think it was... I suppose it could be a good painting. In fact, it might be interesting to do this as a painting, so I might have a go. But I was, in this case, just really interested in just sort of trying to capture in that with as quick as I can. And the more I worked on it, the faster I was getting. And what started off with as a fairly controlled drawing, I suppose, at the beginning, the distant trees. You can see now I am drawing a lot faster than I was when I first started. Because I hadn't got much time, and I just wanted to get this down as quick as I could. And I was just sort of experimenting with blocks of shading to try and get this sort of mud effect in that foreground there. And there are some bushes which are going to come up on the right hand side soon. By that time, I'd gone into total freak out mode, and I just literally could not get those pencil lines on the paper quick enough. And it was really obvious to me that I was proper going for it. sketching as fast as I could. So this is just why I love Tayasui so much. You could do this in Procreate just the same, but it seems the watercolors. Well, I suppose with my brushes, I could very quickly knock up that sort of watercolor background, but it just seems so much easier in Tayasui. I've got 2 layers on this sketch, one for the watercolor and one for the pencil. And look at that, I'm just sort of scribbling in. I'm not bothering with detail at all, just sort of putting some shadows in there. And then I decided that there was some distant trees. I couldn't make up my mind initially looking at it if it was distant trees or just the edges. The photo I looked at for this, because I was out walking, and I do it regularly. I take quick sketches. I take quick photos with my Samsung Galaxy Note 8 when I'm walking for reference. And I couldn't make out if those trees were distant trees or if it was the edge, and I decided in the end they were different trees. Scribbling in furiously that the grass, the tiny little bit of grass verge to the right hand side and just in the foreground there, that was sort of part of the lane that I was walking along, looking into this field. And there you can see I've sort of put in some horizontal scribbles for that water line, for the puddle into the field. And then I just do a little bit of hatching to sort of lead you into the sketch, really. So that's it, a blistering fast sketch. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up, as always, is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I have lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!